Nintendo 64, my Sega Dreamcast, Sega Genesis. I would have kept all of it. Literally, I would have kept all of it. Um, but I'm playing all of these old games, right? And not just wrestling games. I'm playing a bunch of different old games. And one of the things that hurts 2K is the fact that it
You
was a
hear me? Cool. So taking down greasy-ass biker foods and making bank is my kind of day out, y'all. But that don't mean it's gonna be easy. We're gonna need two things. The location of the labs, and then some explosives to lay them out. Way I see it, you can probably get both of them things at their clubhouse. Sending you the location now. Get after it.
just SmackDown versus Raw, or when it comes to WWE 13 and 12 and all of that stuff. Like, there were still other games that you could get. There was other things to break up, what you were getting. And then on top of that, there was other wrestling companies that were making it the games. And yes, we do have AEW Fight Forever, but you know what I'm saying. With sports games, we didn't just have NBA 2K. At one point, we didn't just have NBA 2K and NBA Live. We had NBA The Inside. We had NBA Inside Drive. We had Kobe Bryant's Courtside. All of the 9A NBA games. And same with the NFL games. There was Madden, there was 2K, there was NFL Fever. All of that stuff, man. There was that ESPN football game that was out. Like, it was just so much to choose from. But were all these games great? No. But all of them competed with each other. There was always something that one game had that, even if it was a game that you didn't like, you would say to yourself after playing it, damn, I wish they had, whatever game they didn't like, NBA Live will add this. I hope they do this in 2K. And then eventually they did do those things. They did implement a lot of the cool features that were in other games. And so did those other franchises, as long as they were around. They all kind of took something from each other. They all had something that one game didn't have, or if it was a feature that they all shared, one franchise went a little bit further with that thing than the other franchise, you know what I mean? And we don't do that anymore. Sadly, we don't have multiple WWE games. We don't have anything to break up the monotony of the yearly release of 2K. So yes, even though 2K has all of these issues that we bring up on the channel, or you guys bring up other people's channels and even in my comment section, we all talk about it, right? We all bring these things up, and they're very valid. Every issue, every complaint, everything that you guys have ever talked about when it comes to 2K is very valid. It's 100,000% valid. But the biggest elephant in the room is the fact that I think we're all just a little sick and tired of playing the same game over and over again, whether that be Madden, whether that be NBA 2K, whether that be Call of Duty, and that's why it was a breath of fresh air that Battlefield, regardless of what anybody thought about it, I only played the demo to Battlefield 6, but at least we had Battlefield this year to go head-to-head with Call of Duty, because that's been missing for a long time. I would even argue that we need games like Medal of Honor back and all of that type of stuff. And we need those franchises back, man. And I really do think at the end of the day, we're all just saying 2K because we're asking 2K to be something that it will never be to us. Because now all they do is prioritize the money-making side of it, right? It's no longer about our fun. It clearly is no longer about the fun anymore. And so, yeah, I think that is the level that we're all just at. Unfortunately, I really do think that we are just at that level where we are kind of just done with the franchise just because it's the same thing. I feel like, and just hear me out, I wonder if we all would feel a little bit better about 2K if there was other wrestling franchises out there. Other wrestling games that we could go to play, and then, if 2K goes on sale or 2K does something pretty interesting, maybe we could pick up those wrestling games because, hey, I'm pretty interested in what 2K's got going on, because this is going to be the other wrestling games that's coming out is going to be the one that I'm going to play the most. We don't have any good arcade wrestling games. Battlegrounds tried. That company, like, they don't really make the best arcade game. They try, their heart is in the right spot, but it fails in comparison. Like, they're going to be all-stars, It's way better than what Battlegrounds ever tried to be. It wasn't even close in my opinion. And, you know, and bringing up arcade games, we don't get a nice mix of that anymore. You know, everything has to be simulation. It has to be real. And yes, there's a demographic for that. There's a demographic for every gamer. Unfortunately, the gaming industry feels that people don't like arcade games anymore. They don't want them. What's funny about that is that if you look at so many different videos and you look at so many different comment sections that bring up this very topic, right? And it can be based off of like, you know, 2K or something like that. You will see so many people want and beg for an NBA Street to come back out. Now, I know that we are getting NBA The Run, but that is recently announced. That was recently announced, and thank God